Hello everyone. Today I shall be discussing about the nutrition part of your family. So this is the book. You must get a copy of the book and fill this up. I am directly coming to the nutrition part. Okay. So this is the nutrition part. Now, why will you assess the nutrition? It is a nutritional profile of a family is an important step in planning and programming health and nutrition intervention activities directed towards the family. So we want to know what are the nutritional deficiencies in the family, who are affected, and what are the factors which are responsible for the deficiencies. Regarding assessment of nutrition of a family, remember the following mnemonic: A, B, C, D, E, F. A means measuring of the anthropometric indicators, like for the child you measure weight for age, height for age, weight for height. Also you measure the immunity for 1 to 5 years child. You can measure the BMI for adults, that is also an anthropometric measurement. And there can be some specific anthropometric measurements also. Besides, so A is anthropometric measurement, B is biochemical test. There are some biochemical tests which tells you whether there is a deficiency of a nutrient or not. Like you measure, what can I say? You can measure the iron content of the body, total iron. You can measure the vitamin status, like vitamin D of the body. You can measure the other biochemical tests like calcium in the body. So biochemical test gives us an idea about the nutritional deficiencies in the body in many cases, not in all cases, but in many cases. Next, you have got C. C is the clinical examination. So there are some clinical signs which may tell you about the underlying disease, like anemia may be found in iron deficiency. You all know. Besides, wasting may be caused due to protein deficiency and calorie deficiency. There can be bitter spot in case of vitamin A deficiency. There can be goiter in case of iodine deficiency. So there are a lot of clinical signs and symptoms you all know. Geographical tongue, chelosis, etc. are all a part of nutritional deficiency disorders. So now comes D. D is the diet survey. So the diet you are taking, in which amount nutrients it is excess, in which nutrients it is deplete. So this is a diet survey. E, you do not need to think about it much. It may be the vital statistics like mortality and morbidity rates, because they often correlate with nutrition in a country like India. And F is the functional assessment. The functional assessment tells you about whether the nutrients are doing their functions within the body or not. Out of this, we apply A, sometimes B, C, D, and E in our field surveys. So clinical examination, I shall be mentioning about more of clinical signs and symptoms later, and I mentioned about some signs and symptoms already. Regarding anthropometry, also mentioned what are the measures of anthropometry. Remember that in a child, do not forget weight for age, height for age, weight for height, and in case of adults, do not forget BMI and best ratio. Now let us come to the diet survey. So basically, the diet survey, it is a good scope to discuss, because in no other part of your medical curriculum you are going to face this diet survey, but this is a very important part. Whatever specialty you go into, diet will remain an important part for you. So if you go to the methods of diet survey, firstly we have got the weighman method, in which the raw food or the cooked food are weighed directly. This method is accurate and gives us a definite idea about dietary consumption, but it is extremely time consuming and dependent on the cooperation of the family. And in Indian culture, most of the families would not like cooked food to be weighed before consumption. So weighing of cooked food is culturally unacceptable. So weighman method was one of the best methods, but we cannot do that. So we do a questionnaire method. We ask the family members to recall intake of food items in last 24 hours. We can do it for individuals also. But here, though the method is easier, in only last 24 hours, it may not capture because there may be feasting or fasting. So ideally, we should have done a 7-day recall period. And you have to go to the family every day, because for 7-day recall period, you have to the family cannot remember for more than 1 or 2 days of diet. The last is the food listing method. It is only a estimate of previous week's stored of foodstuff, not a direct measurement, and illiteracy is a constraint. But we have to use this inventorying method in some of the areas. So let us come to the method of analysis of foodstuffs consumed by the family and their requirements. You will need 2 books for this, and both are ICMR books and both are extremely useful books. First is Nutritive Value of Indian Food by NIN of ICMR. The second is Dietary Guidelines for Indians, again by NIN ICMR. Also, you need to measure the iodine content of the food by the iodine testing kit, spot iodine testing kit. So let us come to the measuring of iodine content of the salt. The kit contains of 2 ampules of test solution white and 1 ampule of the recheck solution red. The small cap of iodine testing kit is to be filled with salt and the salt surface made flat. 2 drops of the test solution are added on the surface of the salt by piercing the white ampule with a pin and gently squeezing the ampule. Then the color of the salt is compared with the color salt and iodine is determined. If no violet or blue color appears in the salt, up to 20 drops of recheck solution in red ampule is added on the same salt until the violet blue color appears. This color is checked with the colorimetric meter in the wall of the box, and you can get an idea whether at consumption level the iodine is more than 15 ppm or not. So this is the chart which is taken from Dietary Guidelines for Indians. This has, you will calculate the deficiency or excess in 2 ways. The first way will be measurement of nutrients. The second way will be the measurement of food groups. You all know that nutrients are maybe macronutrients or micronutrients. Macronutrients may be carbohydrate, protein and fat and oil. Carbohydrate may be interchanged with energy itself, and the micronutrients are vitamins, minerals, etc. So ideally, as a biochemist or a medical science person, you should be concentrating on the nutrient deficiency or excess. But it is very difficult to give advice to the patient if you are thinking in terms of nutrients. For giving advice to a patient, you have to think in terms of the food stuff. So what are the food groups? These are the food groups as you can see in the chart. The food groups are cereals and millets, pulses, milk and milk products, roots and tubers, green leafy vegetables, other vegetables, fruits, sugars and fat. I shall be coming to the rest of the presentation after a break.